Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Kings Arena podcast brought to you by Devon Kings. My name is Mary Colette, your lovely host. And per usual, I've got two very amazing guests with me. I would start with you. I have storyteller. I was literally about to list all your, but I'm still going to go ahead. Journalist, writer, poet, teacher, all-round storyteller, Wana. How are you?
I'm fine.
It's good to have you on the pod.
Thank you for having me. And you look gorgeous, by the way.
So do you, babe. So do you. I also have Olu Damola in the studio with me today.
Yeah.
How are you?
Great.
So you are a consultant?
Curator, writer, diplomat.
Yes. I feel like the both of you actually have like very unconventional jobs.
Yes, we do.
How does that feel? How is that, especially in Nigeria?
I mean, you get asked a lot of questions all the time. So
yeah.
you do feel like you're constantly explaining yourself because, and there's always like levels of the explanation, right? So they're like, oh, what do you do? There's a curiosity, so you answer. And then it's like, so how do you make money?
Yes, because that's a very important question.
Because I think we're a very conventional society, so we're used to like doctor, lawyer, accountant. We know you have a job, you deliver your services and you get paid.
Yeah,
but then it's like how? Curator, what does that mean?
Exactly.
Historian. What are you doing? You know?
Are you teaching at a university?
Exactly.
Do you enjoy the questions sometimes? Do you like enjoy the curiosity from people sometimes?
So I think it depends. I have to kind of gauge it because there are times where you genuinely know that people are curious.
Yeah.
And there are times where you know the people are actually, sometimes they're demeaning.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the time they're actually demeaning. And then sometimes it's more like, this one, I'm sure you're hungry.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
Like there's like assumptions already within the questioning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes it's very easy for you to get irritated. So you have to just like be patient and like, okay, is this genuine curiosity or is this you just
just being demeaned?
Yeah, exactly.
What I do. What about you, Oludamola?
Me, most times I size you up and I answer you based on what I feel.
Yeah.
And most times I just tell them, I'm a writer for the Guardian Life. I'm a this, I'm a that. Now, if I see you really interested in knowing me as a person, I like give you all the full lowdown. But most times, like you rightly said, it's a lot of people want to come in poking into your business.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you go for event. I've been at some certain event and they're like, oh, what do you do? And they have like influencers and all these people right there in front, and people are taking pictures. And me, I'm like sitting back way and stuff. And I just walk in and I do my thing and I go. Then if you're lucky, you have somebody. There was an event I went to and Uncle Jimmy was there. And the way and then people are like, okay,
because he knows the value of what you bring to the table.
And I come in and I speak, and when the MC actually saw my CV, not my art CV, my entire CV. So like, wow. And I just tell them I'm a writer. Let me just do this thing and go.
But I think you hit the nail on the head, right? You just said the word value. I think it's just really about like what people value. So oftentimes there is also that thing that we do like as Nigerians where we're gauging people to see if they're going to be valuable to us.
Yes.
So when you ask them, what do you do? What do you really, really do?
Or based on what they see.
Or based on how they feel. The fact that you think like regular jobs should be doctors, lawyers, doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you want to do with your life. As long as you genuinely are happy doing what you're doing, I think that's the most important thing. And I'm very sure that you guys are happy. In your jobs, doing what you do, bringing value. So let's go straight into what we're supposed to talk about today, which is what is your food love language? I love the topic of love language. Let's start with that. And we know, like, you obviously know the 5 love languages. Yes. So acts of service, quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation. Which one is it for you? I'll start with you, Anna.
So I feel like, I've had this conversation with lots of my friends, and I feel like it's a combination of all of it for me. Yeah. But just in different quantities, right? However, I do think that the ones that are usually very sort of recurring for me more regularly, I would say, are things like words of affirmation and quality time. I think that would be, if I had to rank them, that would be the ones, those would be the two that would.
Words of affirmation and quality time. What about you, Oludamola?
I would go with the words of affirmation and quality time, because for me, I really appreciate the time well spent with people and the essence of why I'm spending time with you. You know, there was a day was it like 3 weeks ago? I went to see a friend and we were just talking and she was like half of the minute on the phone. I just felt like, man, get out of this place. Let me just go home.
Yeah.
But at the same time too, I mean, I won't say, having looked back at life and, you know, you've lost people and people have died around you, I appreciate people's time.
Now, more now.
Time. Yeah, so most times for me, I mean, ask one now, most time we just schedule time. Or let's go and chill. Let's do this. I like people being comfortable. Come to my house.
Around
let's cook, let's have drink. Let's just spend time together. Because, I mean, COVID taught us a lesson. Nothing is sure again.
Tell me about it.
So there's so much uncertainty with the world in general
and just
right
life.
Now. So
yes.
I just want to spend good time with everybody.
People.
I just want to be good. I just want to love. I just want to kiss, hug, let's drink.
So why didn't you say physical touch? Because I feel like quality time goes hand in hand.
For me is somehow I need to vibe with you to even hug you. If I don't like you, I'm too extreme.
So you're not a hugger.
I'm a hugger. No. In fact, I'm very good hugger. But if either I like you, I don't like you. I can't do. Let me just go with you.
Yeah.
So I need to like you. My spirit, my
needs to vibe with you first.
If I don't,
So you're a picky hugger.
Yeah.
Not picky. I'm picky with people's energy, and I'm good with it. In fact, there are times in my house, my mom or my elder siblings call me to value to just size people. I do it very well. I see you 2 minutes, 6 seconds, I can tell ABCD.
Really? Yes. Okay, what size me up?
No, no, we are comfortable here. So if I'm going to meet you on a regular day, I can just tell you if you're going to be good for me or you're going to be bad.
Oh. Yes. That's nice. I think that's what everybody. I wish I had that.
And I mean, a lot.
That would save me from some mistakes.
I can shake you, and I just know that you're good or not. So when I hug or when I chill with people, there are people I can sleep with, and I'm like, we are good.
You're good.
Not necessarily sleep with, like close my eyes, and be around them. Like I invite you to my. I don't invite everybody to my house.
Okay,
I don't.
So your physical touch is based on like vibes and if you guys...
If you are good for me. Yes. If you are not good for me, there's no way I'm not going to even hug you.
What about you, Anna? You said you're a touchy person?
Oh, I'm very physical.
Yeah.
That's why I said I think I'm pretty much all of them. I'm very touchy-feely, so I'm always hugging, always touching. Like even when I'm gisting, I'm always like tapping somebody. So I always have to control myself because I realize that there are people who don't like being touched.
Yes.
You know, so I'm always like I have to like catch myself because I'm one of those people. I'm always like, hey, you know, I like always like touching or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm very into like my physical touch. But I think I definitely love quality time because it's so funny because even in relationships, right? So I have this thing where I always say I like special attention.
Yeah.
So you know that thing where like maybe you go to your boyfriend's house or whatever, and then you go see, and then you want to go and see him. You haven't seen him like a week or something, and then he's now with his friends.
Bad business.
I'm just like, why?
Why of all days?
You know, like I'm like I have a thing for like special attention, and it's funny because I give that to people in my life as well.
Yeah.
So even my friends, like if I have a friend I haven't seen in a while, I'm like, you know, I have to like book time for to spend time with that person because I'm like, I want to give you quality time.
I mean, I think we all do, but you know, we just have like different ways of expressing it. Because I feel like if I was in that situation where I go see my boyfriend and he's with his friends, I would definitely feel some type of way. But I might just want to like be cool about it so I don't come off like I'm being too needy or something. I think mine is acts of service.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but I feel like when you say your love language is acts of service, people just think you like money or you just like people doing things for you, especially in this Lagos.
It's just sweet. You like when things are it's thoughtful.
Yes, I don't even like to ask.
Yeah, it's thoughtful.
I like things done for me without like when you just look at me and say, oh, she might need this, or I heard you say that you need this and I thought to get it for you. That just warms my heart.
Yeah.
That warms my heart.
And I think it's actually a good thing because I mean, I'm of the firm believer that what you give is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
And secondly, you can't give it if you don't have it. So a couple of days ago, I saw these sneakers on Twitter, like cool Nike sneakers.
Yeah.
So I just called her for like, come on, what's your shoe size? They're like 42, 43. I said it to her. She called me and she was screaming.
Do you know how much that would mean?
Extra money.
Yeah.
And I was going to get a pair for myself. I was like, oh, man, get this guy. I know she's a sneakers person.
Because I don't know about you, I find it very difficult to ask for things.
Same here.
Like if I ask you for something, it's probably I have probably found every other way of getting it and I couldn't get it, and I just said, okay, let me just ask this person. So when someone does something to me, something for me,
it means a lot to you.
Yeah. So when you do something for me,
sometimes.
without me asking or having to like go out of my way to ask, it means so much.
I think it feels like you're being listened to. Without even having to speak so much, you know?
Because when I'm saying it, I'm not saying it for you to do it for me. I'm just saying it like, oh yeah, it would be nice if I could go on a trip and blah, blah, blah. And then you come up to me and said, you know how you wanted to go on that trip? Let's go on that. Do you know how much happiness? I feel like that is my love language.
Or you can just be like, you know, I really feel like eating small chops. And someone just says, okay, what's your address? I'm sending it.
Oh my God.
Hey, food. Oh my God. You have my heart.
Honestly, I was ill for some days, and then I had like different, I was like, who's going to send me small chops? And then I had like 2 friends send me small chops on 2 different days, and somebody else sent like gin and pepper soup.
Yeah.
This is the life.
Why did you tell me this? Why did you tell me about this now?
Now you know.
That is a food love language right there.
It is priceless, and you know, because of so much uncertainty, this is what I'll say again. We need to sow so much love and go into our lives and just enjoy this moment.
Yeah.
There was this friend of mine, an elderly friend. You know, this guy was he was like solid guy back to back. I think it was probably the first person that gave me my first 1 million naira. Yeah. Wow. So, and last year was calling me like, Damola, let's chill, let's go to Calabar Kitchen or Kwebi, it's always like food and meeting. And I was like, I'm busy. And I was, one evening, I was just talking to Bob Marley bros, like, bro, so you're like, hey, Cremo is dead. I was like, whoa.
That is your guy.
Even till now, you never get closure with death, yeah?
You don't.
But
never.
I think about him every day. So yesterday was his birthday, and I was going out, and I was crying. I was crying like, this guy is gone. And I was forming busy. I wasn't that busy. I mean, I could have just like but where are you? Let's chill, let's drink, So for the people around you, people that you love, people that you care about, don't spend more time. Money is useless unless you put it into the use.
Exactly. Yeah. I literally,
do something with it. Yeah, I'm not the kind of person that I feel like you have to save like 200 million in your account. No, spend it because you can die anytime. Or things can happen to you. Or scammer will just...
I was literally having this conversation with someone yesterday. He said he was about to like go past the traffic lights and a car rammed into him. Oof. And literally he survived by just an inch. And the first thing he did was go to his account, withdraw money and lavished it. Because he was just like, I mean, what if I didn't make it? Nobody would even know where you kept that money or how much is in your account. Or someone else is just going to come enjoy the money you've worked for.
But you know what this reminds me of? I think it just reminds me of the fact that every single one of us, all we need is love.
Yes.
Like all of these are just expressions of love, whether it's time, whether it's
physical touch, acts of service.
Food is just all about love.
I agree.
Like how do we show people that we
I
love
agree.
them?
Speaking of food, what would you say is your food love language?
A particular meal so here's the thing, I actually like cooking.
Okay.
Right? So I love cooking for people as well. Like it is like the joy.
I'm glad he can testify.
The joy of my life and my heart is like when people eat my food and you see them like just happy.
Enjoying it. Or they finish it and like ask for more.
Oh my gosh. It's amazing. So I love cooking for people. But the thing I know that food I know that I like, I think a goodie shewu. A goodie shewu.
Where are you from?
Akwa Ibom.
Okay. That is so surprising.
You need to see Wana's IG page.
Food.
It's not even about the food. She does it so well, and she takes these very beautiful pictures. And I was like, Wana, please. There was one I said at Mr. Jim. I said, give us today our daily bread. Please. Give me food. Like, you understand?
Yeah.
See, I'm a very picky person with food because I like cooking with spices and, you know. But Wana does it, I'm like, this girl, she's
so good.
Day. Cook and invites me. I'll come with the drinks.
My favorite things to cook are like curries, sauces. I like sauces and curries. So, and I think maybe I also like that because I think whenever I'm cooking for people, especially at Nigeria, I think Nigerians are picky eaters, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so as Nigerians picky eaters, we're used to stew and soup. So I think sauces are always a very good introduction into other kinds of food.
Yeah.
So like making curries and different kinds of sauces, I always love doing that. So
what about people who don't really like it? Because you know there are people who don't like sauces in their food. There are people who like food bland. I don't know how they do it, but people like their food bland.
I think people like their food bland. I think maybe like a rice dish. that has maybe a few things inside, right? Will be fine.
Yeah.
Or like a couscous kind of dish. That always works. So it's not wet.
Yeah.
You know, it's something nice and dry. It's familiar. So it's rice. Then maybe you put some vegetables in or put some meats or whatever.
Yeah, that should do.
Yeah,
that should do for their bland taste palate. So what about you? What's your food love language? Or you just like, you know, coming with drinks and eating whatever cooked food Wana makes?
Of course, definitely.
There's that.
Yeah, there's that. Number one, establish that. But at the same time, I coming with drinks. But with the food, I'm very picky with foods. I'm very picky because I like a lot of spice in my food. Not that hot, but just a little bit of every flavor. The flavor has to come correct.
Yeah.
And I experiment with food a lot. Like, funny enough, I was telling a friend I got one fish like that at the Sunday market, and I had to marinate it for like 1 hour. Then I got a syringe to inject the spices into it.
Whoa.
Yeah, I do it a lot. I'm very good. If I'm cooking in the kitchen, please don't come in. Yeah, please don't.
Because you will cry or you shed tears.
No.
Because of the pepper now.
My kitchen is very, very clean and I don't drop stuff. Don't come in. If you are cooking and I'll let you finish, don't even clean up. I'll clean up. But once I enter, don't come in. So I take my time. I check my maid. I wash it. I do this. I don't cook as much as she does.
Yeah.
With the little that I do, I think I do it very well.
Yeah. If you want to get to my heart, though, if you want to send me food, though, ishewu, pepper soup.
Write it down.
Pepper soup. Some nice small chops, but executive small chops.
Yes.
Not that one that has snail.
Yes. I think mine would definitely be, I mean, it ties to my love language. I like when maybe I don't ask, and then you obviously like take the initiative to like make breakfast in bed. Ooh. You know, you already sorted out lunch, and then like for dinner, you like, okay, well, let's go out to this really nice place to eat. Ooh, that I feel like that just gets to me. Speaking of partners and love languages, though, is there a particular food that you feel like you can never resist if you and your partner are, say, like having a fight? And they present you with a particular food. Is there any food you think? Is there a particular food? Let's start with that you can't resist.
I think if they present me with like a nicely marinated turkey.
All this talk about food, Jesus.
I don't know why we don't have food there.
We actually should be eating right now, not drinking.
Food.
I think a nicely marinated turkey.
How do you like your turkey though? Is it like fried or just boiled or barbecued?
Spicy and grilled or barbecued.
Ooh. Barbecue sauce?
Yeah,
pepper sauce?
Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
But with some heat in there. Do you know what I mean? So it's funny. People we love pepper, but me, I don't want like the pepper to obliterate the taste of the food. So I want the heat. I want the flavors. I want the spices, but I still want to be able to taste the produce. Like for instance, one of the things I always say, like some spices that I feel like non-negotiable, people need to start learning how to use: ginger, garlic, onions, and you know what? Lemongrass.
Really?
Trust
lemongrass.
Me.
I had no idea.
You can't go wrong with lemongrass. Ever.
This lemongrass that grows like bush everywhere.
I feel like I just learned something.
Girl, first of all, just you pluck it from the roots.
Yeah.
So that you can cut the leaves and use the leaves and boil your rice. So just it gives it a flavor. But the concentration is in that root, and then just chop that up like onions and garlic. Or you can even pound it. And then put it in your sauce or your soup or whatever.
I had no idea. I mean, I use shea butter with like lemon and it smells so good.
So delicious.
But I had no idea it was edible.
If you use, it's most Thai sauces or Thai foods is lemongrass in there. So if you now imagine like you boil rice, you put the lemongrass leaves inside so it just like gets the flavor, like, and then coconut milk.
Wow.
Charlie.
Wow.
If you marinate your fish
with lemongrass.
Oh.
Or even I know lemons go very well with fish, but I didn't know about lemongrass.
Lemongrass with fish.
Lemongrass with
marinated
fish.
very well.
I know
for how many days?
Overnight?
A few hours.
A few hours. It's fine.
If you want to do it the next day,
it's fine.
put
a
it
few
in
hours
the
is okay.
freezer,
Yeah.
not in the fridge.
Yeah, in the freezer.
Let it like freeze.
And I
And you
prepare the pepper soup for you.
Hey,
And you know that
Please leave your boyfriend.
and you know that fish
please give me your addresses after the show. I beg. Let me come to your houses because
fish is very delicate.
yeah.
Yes.
So you want those very light, breezy flavors, like so lemongrass has this. It's like fragrant, but also somewhat citrusy.
I know it's fragrant.
Yeah, but citrusy at the same time. It's not so heavy. You have that. Then you have ginger. You have garlic. You have onions. Then even with pepper,
white onions.
Yeah. Then even
Chopped or
just chopped as well.
grounded.
Yeah, just chopped. Then even with pepper, another thing I do is instead of using like atarodo, which is very, very hot,
Spicy, yeah.
spicy and hot, I use like shombo.
Okay.
So what happens is that you get a lot of flavor
From
without
shombo.
the burn, right? Because like atarodo is like habanero peppers, which is like really burnt.
Really hot,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get like with shombo, you can use a lot more. So you get this pepper spice heat, but without the my mouth is burning, my mouth is on fire.
And most times, even for your fish, if you're using the lemongrass, just rub it a little bit with your ginger and your black pepper. Just
Black pepper, another one.
Black pepper.
Oh
Let me write.
God.
I need to write these
If you're
things
going
down.
to eat that fish,
Girl.
you make
And then
that
What kind of fish specifically?
catfish,
tilapia,
Croaker.
tilapia.
I think there are
Yes.
two kinds of croaker. Okay, there's a fish called rock.
I don't know that one.
Yeah,
Never heard
it's
of
very,
that.
Very, very big. It's very, very big. Amazing fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I think I usually tend to eat like croaker or catfish.
Like,
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
bend towards
Catfish, if you
Croaker.
can't do it well, please don't.
Yeah,
don't
that's the
bring
thing.
it
I
to
feel
me.
like
Yeah.
If you can't do it
catfish
very
is
well,
either a hit or
I
a
agree,
miss.
yes.
don't
I
bring
agree,
it.
I agree,
Don't
I
bring it.
agree.
But if you can do it very well,
Yeah, because I think catfish is also quite meaty as a fish. So
Yeah.
it needs to be well marinated.
Marinated, yeah.
So if it's not a good pepper soup, or like a nicely grilled catfish, it's just like I don't really.
marinate it, cook it the next
Day.
day, and I'll serve it with plantain or yam.
Okay, now I'm hungry. But you guys seem so like particular about how you make your food.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you're that particular, how trustworthy are you about eating out?
Girl.
So do you ever eat out?
I do, but
Once in a while.
Okay, so I do. I love eating out as well.
Oh, you
So
do?
I do. I love it. I love it.
But so are you like the critical person
Yes,
when it comes to
I
like
am
eating
critical.
out?
So,
I can tell.
So I have like one of the things my friends always do when they come to my house. They're like, once, like we'll plan. We're like, oh, so we're going to go to this place. Da, 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 da. They're like, once, is there any point? Say Sabi cook this food better than this place. So in the end, I end up cooking. But there are certain kinds of restaurants that I definitely like 100%. I don't even complain. So if it's like a proper like Thai restaurant or a good Chinese, but I find that a lot of restaurants that are always very fusion. It can be hit and miss because they're just experimenting with the menus a lot of the time. So, like one thing that really annoys me when I go to a restaurant, when they say, "Oh, we're having a chicken wings or something," and they just give you chicken, and they say it was like spicy chicken wings.
Yeah,
it's just chicken and
stew. Yeah.
I get so upset. I remember once I went to this restaurant, and they were like, "Oh, it's chicken wings in sweet chili sauce." Nah. These people brought. I have to enter. These people brought palm oil stew.
Oh my, no
I'm
way.
not lying to you. They brought palm oil stew. My friend is very. She doesn't know how to cook or like to cook, but food she did.
But she knows.
She's like, what is this? I need to see the chef. So they said they should bring another one. They came again, another palm oil stew. That's why I need to see the chef. That one now said, how are you saying that sweet chili sauce is
palm oil stew? In what world?
I'm like. Well, I said to them, sweet chili sauce is in a bottle. It's just bottle. If you don't need to make it by yourself, just buy
the bottle.
But
then again, like if you're at a restaurant, why should you even be using the bottle? Why can't you make sweet chili sauce?
I don't know.
Exactly.
So what are you paying for? Vibes?
You're asking them. It's vibes now. It's all vibes.
That's what we're paying for.
I'm so skeptical of restaurants that have like a very like robust menu because half the time they can't make the stuff that's in there.
Yes.
I would rather trust like a menu that's like small bistro style.
Yeah.
That, okay, like these 10 items. So now it's not they do.
Yeah. How true is it that Nigerian restaurants only know how to make Nigerian food?
Well, because they're Nigerians.
Because I heard somewhere that if you go to a Nigerian restaurant, just buy either rice or pasta.
I know.
Don't buy lobster or any of all that.
Even that pasta, you gotta be careful because if you order pasta and spaghetti bolognese, you are gonna get corned beef stew.
I know.
I do not order.
I've experienced
honestly,
it.
I do not order spaghetti bolognese in full stop. I would rather order like a pasta and creamy sauce. Because you are going to get...
They always seem to get that right.
Yes, because you are going to get
corned beef stew, yes.
Or you get chopped meats and corned beef and everything. Anything shall be stew. Anything tomato sauce is stew.
Sheesh.
I hate when they do that. For me, I really don't eat outside that much. It's more like it is. I don't know. I really don't like eating.
The mother doesn't want to disappoint it.
No. I don't. And
so, on what occasion do you eat out?
On no occasion.
Your birthday days.
I don't even do birthdays. There are days that I've passed my birthday that people will even know.
Are you serious?
A lot of people don't even know my date of birthday and stuff like that. I'm not. I really don't.
I'm trying to guess what your zodiac sign is.
Please guess. Let me know. I'm not really much on ceremonies and trying to make believe and stuff. So I might have like 50 billion in my account and I'll come here wearing this thing.
Just send us funds.
We can spend it for you.
I'm not really much. If you check my Explore IG on my personal page, you'll find two things: cars and food.
Oh wow!
I'm sorry. I will study it like
food that you want to make yourself.
I want to make, so I will study the way I'm researching on the particular topic. I will study. You understand? I will study. I will check some certain platform. I will check some certain website. Then I'll make it. If it comes out fine, good. If it doesn't, I'll try again. If it doesn't, I'll stick to my ogbono and to my soup and my original chef.
Do you know another thing that I notice in restaurants that turn me off?
What?
When you use pre-packaged pancake mix. I can tell.
Horrible.
I don't even do breakfast restaurants, to be honest.
I can tell. Yeah, when you do that,
I don't do breakfast places.
Brunch places. Oh, I've done them. You can tell. And I just get very upset.
Because you're paying so much money.
Now. Even pancakes are not even hard to make. So why do you have to use prepackaged? But what about you? What kind of food do you like to eat?
What kind of food? I mean, I like pasta. Give me pasta any day. Creamy, tomato pasta. Wake me up and just say there's pasta. Oh. I'm happy.
another pet peeve, and that's why I'm very careful about ordering seafood pastas outside in restaurants. They would just decorate it with one
shrimp
big prawn.
Yes, they do.
And call it seafood pasta.
Oh. Hey,
I don't want to mention this right now.
Why don't you want to mention names? Why? Shatter this table, please.
I go to there's a place on
Admiralty.
No. I think we are going to Yaba. They call it. They normally sell all this fish and all these prawns and stuff. You have to go there very early in the morning.
Okay.
What is it? Market?
Yeah, it's a market.
Oh, Makoko Market.
This is how you know.
I have a girlfriend there.
Hey!
You go there early in the morning, like 7-ish thereabout. So you get the fresh of the freshest.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
You buy it. You settle down, right? Lime, scissors, prepare it and enjoy it. If you're going to go to a restaurant and say we have prawns and stuff,
half the time they don't.
See,
they don't.
I still remember
premium for it.
Exactly. And the money you used to pay for seafood pasta would buy you everything you need at Makoko Market.
Most time when I buy it, I even share it with friends like, guy, you want something?
Do you want some?
Look, I still remember like back then I used to write like food reviews, restaurant reviews, and I remember this restaurant I went to was very high end. They've closed down now. Very high end.
I wonder why.
Very high end restaurants in VI, and everything. So I ordered a seafood pasta. Seafood creamy pasta. First of all, the sauce was pink. Then the next thing was that the seafood was literally fish. They scattered fish inside.
What kind of fish?
I think it was croaker fish.
Hey.
So I had croaker fish inside. Then I think they took like maybe a few shrimps and chopped it into small pieces. Then of course, they would take that one big prawn
and put it in the middle.
Hey.
And maybe put leaf or maybe it's just something, grass.
So it's so funny because anytime I go to a restaurant now and I was like, oh, seafood pasta. If I'm tempted to order, I first ask, I say, what is inside?
In your seafood.
So what seafood? They're not like, we have shrimp. I said, is there any squid in there?
Squid.
Is there any? Because let's be knowing, you can't be saying seafood and there's no squid, there is no mussels, there are no mussels.
I don't think.
Do you know what I mean?
And a lot of them don't even know the difference between prawns and shrimp.
Shrimp.
Yes,
they don't.
So my thing is like, why do they keep saying they are making seafood pasta when they're making shrimp pasta. Just say you're making shrimp pasta. So that is just shrimp that is inside.
You understand? And then they'll now make the price so like unnecessarily
ridiculous.
Expensive. I don't understand.
It's ridiculous.
Speaking of likes, what do you prefer? What would you naturally gravitate towards? I'll start with you, Damola. Desserts, pizzas, burgers, or swallow?
You should understand that I'm a traditional man.
Okay.
Very, very traditional. But at the same time, very open to so many things. Like you explain something to me, I'm like, okay, fine, let me just try it. So, pizza in Nigeria is crap.
Really?
Yes.
All of them.
I'm not eating good pizza in this country.
So where have you eaten the best pizza of your life?
Okay, I was in Cape Town for a while and I had some mad-ass pizza.
Oh, really? In Cape Town?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. But I know pizza in Nigeria is crap. That's just it.
So what would you go for? Pizzas, burgers, desserts, or swallow? I feel like I already know your answer.
No, I'm not going to go for swallow because
I could have sworn he would have said swallow.
No, I'm not going to go for swallow. I'll say burger. I'm say burger. I mean, even for me, these are things you can actually make at home. Like
yeah.
Mix a little thing.
But at least do we try in Nigeria with burgers? Would you say?
I think we do.
We do.
We do.
Not that much.
Yeah.
We do, but
we try.
I can actually buy the bread and come up with something on my own.
Damola is just not willing to eat outside.
No, see, eating outside is stressful because I'll ask you plenty of questions like most time I can even ask like can I see your kitchen?
Let me see where you're making the food.
Let me see. If I'm not too sure, a lot of things tip me up. Little things tip me up when it comes to people cooking and so I just come to a kitchen and I see how can you be cooking this kind of place? I'm a kind of person that will dissect a whole chicken. A single blood won't drop on the floor. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, because I also hunt. Yeah, so I'm good with. I hunt now.
You hunt?
Yeah.
Where?
Inside the bushes.
Which bushes? Not in Lagos.
Not in Lagos.
State, Ekpe,
with guns.
Yeah.
I have this association of friends that we go for hunting expeditions.
Wow.
So I'm good with.
How come you don't invite me on hunting trips?
Would you want to go on a hunting trip?
Go. Why don't you invite me?
But for a year now
we'll make like a grilled bush meat, whatever it is that we catch of the day.
But do you really want to see the animal die? I feel like those things scar me. I don't like seeing the food I'm about to eat die. Like,
but for a year now, because of COVID and this also insecurity, we're not actually done. So we're planning something by October. Like we should actually go for a big.
But even since Ebola, you gotta be careful.
Yeah. Exactly.
But because of the my hunting stuff, I know how to cut and prepare.
Okay. Oh, that's really good.
The way we have some very traditional techniques.
You need to invite me for
how to make your meat tender, how you turn it upside down so the blood will come down.
You should open a restaurant, Damola.
No.
Are you ever going to do that?
Nah. You need to invite me home.
What about you, Wana?
So what are the options again?
Desserts, pizzas, swallow, or burgers.
So I feel like I'm not a dessert person per se. I have I have very specific things I like with desserts because I also don't know how to bake, which is really interesting.
Neither do I. We're both. Do you know how to bake? Because you're looking at us.
I'm not a sweet tooth like that. I also agree. I don't think very many people make pizzas really well. I've had a few really nice ones. There's a place, La Pizzeria, that makes really awesome pizza. It's nice and, but I feel like burgers are safe.
Yes.
I find that on average, people don't screw up burgers. So I would have to pick a burger first.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'll go with pizzas. I mean, I feel like with most pizza places in Lagos, it's mostly flour and like 10% toppings. But it's mostly flour.
Yeah.
Like it feels like I'm eating bread and stew most of the time.
That's what I'm saying. I feel because pizza for me is one of the simplest things to make, but I also feel like people get it wrong. So unless I'm recommended that, try the pizza in this place, on average, I wouldn't try it.
Do y'all know how to make pizzas, though?
I do.
Just blow my mind.
Okay.
But
I mean,
finally, something you can't make because I've been beefing since. You guys are so good in the kitchen.
But I feel like burgers are people on average don't like. I mean, it must be that bad for you to make a bad burger, you know. And even if your patty is not well seasoned, you can save it with the spice with the sauce. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
a good burger sauce is no more than what they call it, bit of mayo, a bit of ketchup, some, you can put some jalapenos or whatever inside, and mustard. And then, it masks the taste of anything it masks of anything that is not great in there. So you can't really...
I don't know. This whole conversation just made me hungry. I don't know about you guys. I feel like after this show, I'm definitely getting a burger.
The producers need to get us some food, actually.
Yes, because this drink is just not going to cut it, okay? I mean, but this has been so much fun. I had so much fun bantering with you, Wana and Oludamola. Yeah. I did my best to call you Oludamola throughout the show. Yes.
I love it. She went Ijile.
Yes. Because I love when people pronounce my full names, and so if you tell me I like my full name being pronounced, best believe I respect that. So it was a very, very nice conversation. I hope to have you guys back on the show, and maybe we'll talk about something else besides food, because I feel like I don't know anything else.
Yeah, we can banter all day.
Yes, because I feel like we can talk about like any topic at this point.
We're good.
Yeah,
but it was definitely fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. And if you did, make sure to keep it a date with us on the next episode of King's Arena. And don't forget, whatever your food love language is, make sure to add products from Devon Kings to your recipe. Okay, I'll be back next time. My name is Mary Colette. See ya.
Powered by Devon Kings. Produced by Blow 48 Invent.